If I'm a little more bearish, I could open the short and then I could set a stop loss just above. Our tool will actually recommend a stop loss for you. So I'm willing to maybe take a 2% haircut. If we're building a $1 million DeFi portfolio, we're looking to make around $400,000 to $500,000 every single year off this DeFi portfolio. In today's video, we're going to manage one position that went out of range. I want to walk you through this, and then we're going to set up a hedge using DeFi Buddy. We now have a hedging calculator. By the way, if you do want a direct link to the hedging calculator, we'll zap it to you. It'll be the VIP link. It is going to be free, and we're going to create a hedge. There's multiple strategies. I'm going to walk you through that, and we're also going to take a bunch of profit. Now, by the way, we've been moving all of this profit from that portfolio onto Aave. We've been buying BTC and we've been buying ETH, and over the last couple days, the market's pumped and this position is up, I don't know, another $2,000. So all in all, this week was a very good week. Looks like we have around $2,600 in fees earned. This position just went out of range on the upside, but we have another $2,000 in profit on the actual LP position gaining value, another $1,500 here, and another around $400 here. So I'm going to take all this, lock in the profit. We're going to buy pure BTC, add it as collateral. We will be borrowing against this very soon, by the way. Then once that's done, I'm going to rebalance this position and then talk you through the strategy on how to open up a hedge, how to calculate it, and multiple ways you can do it. You could open up a short right off the bat, or if you're a little bullish, you could set up some protection so you can have the short open. If prices start falling, the short will open for you, and vice versa. If you're a bit bearish, you can open up the short right off the bat, but set a stop loss so you can automate the closing of that short. If prices bump up, you can set, what you're willing to lose, so to speak. And if you're wrong directionally, you can automate a lot of this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to claim this $2,600 in fees. So I'll go over here. I'm just going to hit harvest, and I'm going to do it for all three of these positions. I'll rip through this. I'm going to harvest everything into just BTC to make my life really, really easy. So I'm going to get 0.011 BTC, which is just shy of $1,000 at fees. Harvest, done. Next, another $1,500. Harvest into BTC. Harvest, done. And this one's got a whole $67, but I'm going to harvest it anyway because that is my teen. Done. Harvest, firm, done. Beautiful. Next thing I want to do is I want to remove some liquidity. So I'm going to remove $1,454 from this position. I'm going to remove that in CBBTC. So I'm decreasing this position to bring it back to my $100,000-ish. Again, we're not doing perfect math here. I do track this all in a spreadsheet. But the point is, every week I manage this portfolio. Now, because this position is hedged, if my portfolio starts dropping in value, then I have to manage my hedge. I'm going to be in profit on my hedge, but right now the markets are up. And so this is how I'm managing profits. And done. And then I'm going to take another $2,000 off the top of this position before I rebalance. So withdraw. I'm going to withdraw it into BTC, around $2,000, and done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to Aave, and all that Bitcoin profit we took, I'm going to throw it up, add it as collateral. And if you want this series to keep going, in the next video in this series, I'm actually going to borrow against that Bitcoin and ETH and open up some cash flowing positions. That's going to be single-sided exposure, just like I'm doing over here on 10X. I have single-sided exposure. I'm earning TAU every single day, and I'm hedging that TAU. So the TAU that I actually have in the LP, I'm fully hedged, fully delta neutral, and we're going to be building out 2 or 3 of those positions for different assets, adding it. Again, we want to build $1 million DeFi portfolio here with you. Alrighty, so I'm over here on Aave. I'm going to take this $5,718 of BTC that we took as profit, remember, from that $2,000 plus in fees, plus the $3,000 plus in LP appreciation. I'm going to supply that, max, done, bam. Now, I'm doing this real time to just help you put in the reps. The more you see this, the more you're like, oh, again, you don't have to copy this exactly. I'm just talking strategy. You can do this with any assets, in any pools, across any ecosystem. And again, make sure you take DeFiBuddy.io and bookmark it. The tool is free. This is a $1 million project we're working on. We are offering it for free. Crypto DeFi has changed my life. The community has changed my life. Everything we built has just completely changed my life. And this is our small token of appreciation to gift back to the space. DeFiBuddy.io. All right, so now that that is done, I'm going to rebalance this position, and then we're going to hedge. Now, I do use VFAT. You don't have to use VFAT. You can go straight to Uniswap or PancakeSwap or Aerodrome. You will notice that there is a bit of a lag. Sometimes it's quite a lag. Like, it's still showing 102, but if I actually go rebalance, bam, you'll notice that I'm rebalancing around $100,000, which is the true value. So just because I want to record this video quick and not wait, we're just going to go with it. So I am rebalancing this position back into a 50-50, 20% wide range. Now remember, this portfolio is built purely for cash flow. So as the price moves up, I lock in the profits. And just remember, if the price moves down, my short will kick in and I can get right to the bottom of my range, reset my position, rebalance it, and the impermanent loss is completely offset by my short. So I'm going to confirm already. And as we wait for that, I'm going to go over to our hedging calculator, ETH USDC position, my position will be worth $100,000. I'm in a minus 10 range to a plus 10, which I took notes as I reopened that position. It's a 2,999 and a 3,685 range. So this is close enough. If I really wanted to get accurate, I could add a 0.6 3685 range. This doesn't really matter for the purpose of what I'm doing, so I'm just going to set it to 0. Now I'm going to continue hedge strategy. By the way, if you do want this calculator, just let me know, leave a hedge in the comments and we'll send you the calc. Now there's different strategies. You can minimize losses at both ends of the boundaries. Really just a static hedge for concentrated liquidity, best for LPs who want balanced protection across their range. We have a partial hedge, so you can actually set how much you want to hedge. I really enjoy the break even at range strategy. What that means is if the price of ETH starts dropping and I get to the bottom of my range, my short will offset all impermanent loss. I can close my short, take profit, close my LP, take the IL, move the profit from my short into my LP. I'll have $100,000 plus all the fees I've earned. So I'm going to click on see hedge details. Now it's going to tell me, hey, if ETH drops to the bottom of your range, so minus 10%, this is how much ETH you have to short. This is how much leverage you can take if you want. Here's a liquidation price if you do take leverage. And if you wanted to do the math yourself, we also have in our tools here in DeFi, but we have an impermanent loss calculator. I could do the exact same thing. I could say current price is this, bottom of my range, minus 10 to plus 10. My position value is $100,000. I'm going to just set my LP yields at 0. And then I can set future price to the bottom of my range, which is $3,000 in this example. So you can actually calculate, hey, at the bottom of my range, it's going to cost me almost $8,000. So $7,850 at the bottom of that range. So I need to set a short that at the bottom of that range, when ETH hits $3,000, that short will make me $7,900. Call it $8,000 to make it simple. So then I can go into a platform like GMX, and here's where we have multiple options based on that hedging calculator. If you remember, the calculation was $75,000 worth of ETH. Now it's important that we denominate in USD. So if I take that number and I move over to a platform like GMX, I plug it in, there's my $75,000 short if I take 2x leverage. Now here's where things get fun. I am bullish right now. I do not want to set my hedge and just start losing money on that hedge right off the bat. Now ultimately a hedge is like, okay, I'm taking this bet, but if I'm wrong, here's how I protect myself. So I'm bullish, but the market could turn and I don't want my LP losing a ton of value. I want to offset those losses. So you have two options here. You could open it right at market price. I could go, hey, I want to short ETH, open it right there. So that would be, if I'm a little more bearish, I could open the short and then I could set a stop loss just above. Our tool will actually recommend a stop loss for you. So I'm willing to maybe take a 2% haircut if directionally I'm wrong. And you could open up on Hyperliquid or GMX or Jupiter. Or I could say, hey, I want to open up my short at 3,300. So I could set on over here. I could create my order, done, confirm. By the way, when you do use these platforms, you also earn fees for doing so. So I have yet to collect these, but I think I have over $250 in fees because for each position, I have a different wallet to short. But anywho, this is how you can automate some of this. So you don't have to open up a short right off the bat, especially if you're bullish, because if a green candle starts forming, your short will be losing money and your LP value increasing won't keep up. Like you get into the details of that, it gets a little complex because remember, LPs are non-linear. So if you create a position right in the middle of a range, as the price of ETH goes down, you are holding more and more and more ETH. So the dollar value of your position will start dropping and it'll accelerate at the bottom of that range. But vice versa, the opposite is true. If the price of ETH starts going up, you hold less and less and less and less ETH. So your pool value, yes, will increase, but it'll slow down to the top of the range. And we just want to protect ourselves on either side of that equation. So with that said, do let me know if you'd like tools and links. We also have single-sided exposure plays that are fully delta neutral. An example would be 10xM. If you'd like to see more content or see strategy around that, just let me know in the comments. This channel is for you, and DeFi Buddy was built for you as well. Our mission with DeFi Buddy was just to build the best tool. Take every paid tool you can think of, put them all together, and we want DeFi Buddy to blow them out the water, provide more value, be more practical, and be 100% free. $1 from every UIG membership. So if you're a UIG member, thank you. $1 from every member goes into the development of the tool. So it is built by community for community. And then also CryptoLabs research and me personally puts a lot of money into this tool. It's $1 million project, but in my mind, totally worth it. The only thing we ask in return is share this with friends, share this with family. Buy the book off Amazon. It's $20, but 100% of the sales go to charity. If you do want to say thank you in some small way, then just share this video, share this channel, share DeFi Buddy. And if you want to go above and beyond, buy the book, read it, study it, and then give it to someone else to study. That's literally my only ask. With that said, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you. We'll see you in the next piece.